So hello everyone, this is AetherNightmare and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. We're continuing with Rogue today and hopefully we'll complete our training to become a ninja. So, I do believe we have to go back to Lanasi in order to get said training though. Limsa lower decks, yeah. We have to return to the guild one last time. That should get us started on our trajectory. It's foggy today. Alright. Peasants by day, ninjas by night. Ah, Bren, keeping your stabber sharpened, I hope, because I've got a job to be done, and I reckon the Dimber Damper what put the executioners on the chopping block is just the one to do the doing. My men have sighted some shifty types around Wineport as of late. Not code-breaking curs, so far as we know, and that's the rub. We don't know half as much about them as I'd like. They claim to be simple peasants, refugees from the far-flung realm, but I don't know many peasants that skulk about in the darkness as much as they've been doing. So long as they're not breaking the code, they can do as they please. But being who we are, it falls to us to look into the matter and make sure that it's all Bob. As my gut tells me this may be a two-rogue job, I've sent Underfoot on ahead. So put on your best beater cases, head to Wineport, and meet him there. Okay, he's already there. And I do have my tea for the evening. I needed some more caffeine, so I went with some Earl Grey since somebody needs to finish this batch up. But I also want honey for the allergen effects, and green tea and honey would be too low in caffeine, so I've made an abomination with Earl Grey and honey, which is probably not going to taste that great once it finally cools, but damn it, sometimes you have needs. Bren, when Jack said he'd be sending you one of the guild's canniest morts along after me, I had a feeling it might be you. Now, I'd love to tell you old Underfoot has already whittled this whole scrap with our friends, but truth is, I've turned up more questions than answers. They claim to hail from the South Sea Isles, but my little birds at Malvin's Gate swear to the last man that that's some piss-poor mummery. There's no such record of a ship sailing into port. Looks like it falls to you and me to take a closer snilch, eh? I hope you brought your Cypress stabbers, cause there ain't no telling who we're... Did you hear that? Either old Underfoot's gone daft, or some mort just screamed out for dear life. Well, apparently I've gone deaf because I didn't hear it. Something tells me our little task is about to take a turn for the interesting. What do we see? What's what? Yes, I know the point of Earl Grey is the bitterness, but... Damn it, everything is melting. I need caffeine and everything is melting and my allergies are killing me. Have mercy, I'm but a simple milkmaid with not a single guild in my name. So what's up with all the dead dudes around you? Rest easy, lass. My friend and I don't mean you no harm, though I must say, you've got me curious. Just what in the name of the 12 happened here? I just come to town to purchase some supplies. No sooner had I walked through the gates than I was suddenly accosted by 3 burly drunkards, who demanded that I hand over all of my possessions. To my good fortune, it seems the men had partaken a bit too heavily. When they saw the meager contents of my coin purse, they began to squabble amongst themselves. A fistfight ensued, and before I knew it, the 3 men were laying on the ground as you see them now. Sounds like Nami has smiled upon you today, lass. Though I might suggest you be a little more careful the next you visit. All manner of scurvy sorts frequent these parts, and you'll find that not all of them are blundering lackwits like your friends here. Thank you for your concern, good sir. And rest assured that I will take your words to heart. Good day to the both of you. Well, Bran, how did the girl's wid strike you? Seemed like an upright lass, mummery. I mean... To be fair, if somebody came after me in the same manner, a similar scene would unfold before you. You reckon? As for me, I've got questions. Squabbling amongst themselves? Just look, there's barely a scratch on these louts. I'd wager there's more to the rum doxy than she's letting on. Come on, let's get a drag on and see what she may be hiding. Oh yeah, and hopefully I shouldn't be as scattered-brained. Turns out I was... vampire? It turns out I was very anemic these past couple days, which only led to further dodo brain. I don't think that's where it wants me. I think that's something else. But I've since eaten more iron, and hopefully I can start to regain some wits about me. And a rat mess we got here. You reckon these coves got on the wrong side of our last? The one thing's for sure, there ain't no more peasants than you and I. One look at these stabbers tells as much.
I've failed. I beg of you, take this and return it to Master Oboro, to Lady Tsubame.
It's too late. The poor sod's dead. As for this stone, your guess is as good as mine. A lucky Charmosorps, mayhap? Any road, we best start moving our dew beaters before the lass gets away. Her footprints lead in the direction of Upper Lenasia. To the north. Wait, how far north? We should be right here, thank you. I think it's over here. Yeah, it is. I can just barely see it. Wait, I gotta be careful. Stuff around here can actually see me, I forgot. Wait, a shaman? I can't just strut about like I own the place. I forget things can see me now. You just have to be standing right here. Fate failed. I wasn't participating. Yeah, we followed you. She hides behind a tree as if that could hide her from me. Oh, I see, it's a pet. Oh dear, he's very eccentric indeed. She really didn't think she could fool me with those silly rags, did she? Or did she? Perhaps she's not as clever as we believed. And a mysterious savior rushes to the damsel's defense. Such bravery, such compassion. Such folly! Little do they know that this girl is more than capable of taking care of herself. Really not the best outfit to be doing so, though. And right on cue, Oboro the Dim leaps onto the scene to save his dear little swallow in the most unsurprising surprise attack the realm has ever seen. Cease your ramblings, Karasu, before I rip your tongue from your bloody beak. Yee-yow, our hero is wounded, a stab right through the heart. His childhood friend stands before him, blades drawn and hate in their eyes. Oh, the tragedy of it all. The audience sobs. And what's this? A couple bit players who've forgotten to leave the stage? Did no one tell them their part in the play is long since overdue? How I managed to dodge this, I'm not sure. Good luck from recipe, perhaps? Oh, and the faceless rogue shows surprising skill. Perhaps they've yet a role to play. I'll say this much. Unlike a certain someone, at least you intrigue me. Other matters demand our hero's attention, and so the first act must draw to a close. Come, my pet. Wait, Karasu. You were quick to retreat that one. He gives me Kojima vibes. The two from Wineport, did you follow me here? Beg pardon, miss. My friend and I are here on behalf of the dutiful sisters, and you, sister, have some questions to answer. I lived on the underbelly of society long enough to recognize when a man more than he seems, so make this easy for us, lass. Just who exactly are you, and what are you doing here? And there's hope for both of your skates that doesn't involve breaking no code. So you're the rogues of whom I've heard so much. Forgive me. We were remiss in not seeking you out sooner. Very well, you should know all there is to know. My name is Oboro, and she is Tsubame. We hail from a village in Doma. Like Final Fantasy XIII? Several thousand malms across the sea. We are, oh, perhaps you have no word for what we are. In our own tongue, you might call us shinobi. Doma? The Imperial Province? The same, though it did not have to be so. Our countrymen fought with honor against the might of Garlemald. When we lacked in number, we made up with martial prowess. It was a battle we could have won, had we not been betrayed by one of our own. In our every secret, our every move, known to our foe, the tide of battle turned on the morrow. Thousands of our countrymen were slaughtered, and at day's end, Doma remained under the Imperial yoke. I think I'm thinking of Doga instead of Doma, but I'm pretty sure Doma is like another place in another Final Fantasy game. The traitorous Kerr joined the Imperial ranks as chief of the covert operatives, or so to say. That is the man you just met, Karasu, though I am loath to call him a man. To this day, he whispers in the ear of Garleans, making a mockery of those who once called him friend and brother, but no longer. We have come to Eorzea at our village elder's behest to see that Karasu pays for his crimes, with his life. Come to mill a treacherous rook who blew the gab on his comrades. You sound like a right Ben Cove. Consider old Underfoot impressed. Forgive me. This land and its tongue are still new to us. That's my whole reaction the entire Rogue's Quest. Nonetheless, we're able to lure Karasu here. But more than a few of our comrades gave their lives in the effort, and now this. Was their sacrifice for naught? Ah, you have my gratitude. When one of our kind falls, tradition dictates that we return their soul to the village, that it may rest with our ancestors. What? Our fallen brethren's soul calls out to you? Could it be a sign? Are we fated to fight as one? I would make you an offer. We will instruct you in our art, the art of ninjutsu. In return, you will share with us your knowledge of this land, that it might serve us in our mission. So I think some job crystals are technically more rare, at least in story canon, than others. Some, there only appears to be like one or two. For, like, Berserker, for example, there's only a couple. Paladin there's more of, but it's very strict in who gets it. Stuff like that. Like, yeah, Dragoon, there's only two. There's only 2 Dragoon stones in story. Whereas Ninja, apparently, there's a lot. Paladin, there's quite a few. But Oboro, they're not even Doman. They're not of the village. Look around you, Tsubame. Our brothers and sisters are fallen or gravely wounded, and today's failure makes it all too clear. We cannot hope to stand against Karasu without knowing the lay of the land. Can't say I'm thrilled at the prospect of losing a dimber damper like yourself, but hells. In my younger days, I'd been keen to try my fams at some of those techniques myself. And the more that me waddles take in, the more that these two strike me as Benar and Benar folks. If you're keen to lend your daddles, then it's not one to stand in your way. If you'd like to know more, come to the dock storehouse at Raincutter Gully. We shall await you there. Who'd have figured, eh? Any road, the choice is yours. In the meantime, I'm gonna go head back to Limbs and report to Jack before he comes and gives me a good clout on the knob. Yeah, well, tell him I won't be returning. I've found a new crowd to hang with, and, yeah, let Jack know that it's totally him, not me. That man has, like, no loyalty whatsoever. You left a woman practically for dead to make yourself seem cool, and I really can't look past that, Jack. Farewell. I'm off to train for my tuning exams. Tradition forbids us from sharing the art of those from outside our village, yet watching you hold your own against Karasu today, I cannot deny your potential. And so we meet again. Am I to take it your presence is to mean you have chosen to accept our offer? Mm-hmm. Thank you. Speak not for myself and Tsubame, but for our entire village when I say you have a profound gratitude. What I would tell you next, I would tell you out of the earshot of strangers. Byakubu has been instructed to let only trusted visitors through the doors behind me. Just like at the Rogues Guild. When he speaks to you, Ayame, you answer Kaede. You need not know what the words mean. Only that they will grant you entrance. Every time? What if I forget it? Oh, they made it similar. That's the first one. Welcome. You stand within the provincial base of our operations. My people have established in your lands of Eorzea. This is a shed. It might not look like much, either without or within, but this is precisely the point. We find an ideal vantage point from where to observe the comings and goings of Karasu and his men without attracting undue attention to ourselves. My fallen brother saw you as a worthy inheritor to his soul. To honor his memory, I entrust it to you. But soul alone will not make you a shinobi. No, this will require training of the body and mind. Our art, the art of ninjutsu, originated within our ancestors many years ago. Since then, has been passed down with each generation, mother to daughter, father to son. We draw power from the world around us, the heaven, the earth, and the hearts of man, and channel this power into physical form. I am told that this is similar to your concept of aether, was it? I must confess that Eorzean words will always remain unfamiliar to me. How does one channel this power, you ask? Through the use of mudra. Hand gestures call forth each of the 3 forms of energy of which I spoke. In the first mudra, I will teach you to call power from the heavens. In Doma, we call this 10. Actually it sounds more like our Hunter x Hunter training. Are you eager to learn? Yes. Attune your soul to that of my fallen brother, then approach me once more. Then your training will begin. And we get the soul of the ninja, as well as the ability 10, which is the gesture for heaven. The soul of the shinobi awakens within you. Please do not reset too much of my hotbar. In addition to the deadly weapon skill, ninjas have at their disposal special battle techniques known as ninjutsu, which are readied by first making a series of ritual hand gestures known as mudra. Ninjutsu can be executed after combining one or more of the following 3 mudra in the predetermined order: Ten, Heaven, Chi, Earth, Jin, Man. You will learn new mudra as you progress through the ninja storyline. Learning new mudra will open the door to more complex ninjutsu techniques. Yeah, so as you can see, you can combine G10, Jin, and Ten for a specific skill, for the skill Ketan. Once you have obtained a new ninjutsu technique, you can confirm the proper mudra order required to execute it by selecting the icon in the Actions and Traits interface. Okay, so we actually have to equip it now. Okay, transfer my hotbar, please. Do not mess it up. Assign character to get rogue, no. I'll go in and add ninja, and then delete rogue, because it is obsolete. As for where I should put 10... Do I have more than 10? I do have ninjutsu. Execute a specific ninjutsu action coinciding with the combination of mudra. Okay, so it's going to be in the back. Can probably get rid of sneaking around. Same goes with auto attack. We can put it in the back. Not use it that much. Same goes with trick attack. Let's see. Put these in the back for now. Eventually, yeah, we get G at 35, Jin at 45. I'll reorganize it better later. My first mudra. Aurora would give you your first lesson in the art of ninjutsu. Yes, I can sense it. Though you're not of our own blood, the soul of my people is strong in you. You're one of us now, a shinobi. And yet your training has only just begun. Heed my words well, Bren, for the shinobi blade and mind are one. The weak mind gives rise to a weak blade. The false mind gives rise to a false blade. But the mind is strong and true, a blade will know no equal. Such were the teachings of my master, and his master's master before him. The shinobi must keep presence of mind at all times, or his blade may be one of grass. That is the lesson of mind. Now, we shall begin the lesson of the body. You recall that the art of ninjutsu involves using hand gestures called mudra to summon energies of heaven, earth, and man, ten, chi, and jin in the Doman tongue. Myriad techniques can be unleashed depending on the mudra you combine, and in the order of which you do so. Perhaps I'm getting ahead of myself. A child must learn to walk before they can run. To begin, I would see you master your first mudra, 10, the mudra of heaven. Summon the energy of heaven and project it forth, and from your hand a flaming star, a Fuma Shuriken. Outside of the storehouse you will find a Mokujin, a wooden man of the sort of traditionally used in Doma training. Do as I have told you and strike it with the Fuma Shuriken. I will observe your technique from a distance. Okay. I might actually move these then. Because different combos or how often you use them are going to produce different results. A training mannequin of the Far East make has been set on the ground. Because this totally doesn't give our position away. So I think we just use 10, and then we can throw the shuriken. Like that. So we get so many charges. And different charge combos will result in different things. Yes, that will do. Clearly we did not misjudge your potential. Perhaps you have also felt your body becoming lighter? This is but another benefit of your training. You may find yourself able to dance through the air with your blades drawn, but be mindful, the true shinobi sees that no movement is wasted. You've demonstrated your skills well against the Wooden Man, but wood does not strike back. Your next opponent will not be so docile. Prepare yourself. The Onibi attack in waves. Use your shuriken to dispatch from a safe distance. These are just little fireballs. So do it again. Besides from that, I can just use throwing knives. Because it takes time to charge. But the shuriken does more than the throwing knives, typically. I shall summon a great beast for your next challenge. Remember, you must maintain presence of mind. So yeah, this particular command right here, the ninjutsu, it changes. For your final challenge, I shall be your opponent. Let us see how well you have learned. Changes depending on what you need to do. I see. What Oboro means to say is that he's not seen anyone master the fundamentals of ninjutsu with such swiftness. Is that not so, Oboro? I'm capable of speaking for myself, Tsubame, but it's true. Ren has exceeded my own expectations. Their blade slices through the air as a fish glides through water. Well, considering I am Aura, I think Aura come from the Far East, don't they? But that is enough training for the day. Now it is my turn to be a student, and you the teacher. I would learn the ways of Eorzea. You will instruct me, yes? You have my gratitude. First, I would better know the terrain of Lanas. Something amusing? They probably don't recognize the bow. Too far. My bow? I see. Who would have thought a simple gesture of courtesy would be so complicated? Like this, is it? Ugh. Yeah, forgive him. Oboro has not been quite himself since coming to these shores. It would seem that neither the food nor the climate agrees with him. Too balmy, huh? You guys more from, like, North Japan? And let's not forget the stink of those infernal house birds. All the more reason for us to complete our mission swiftly and return to more hospitable envisions. Anyhow, that should suffice for the day. Practice while you're ninjutsu, and return when you are ready for the next lesson. Housebirds, he means chocobos. He says chocobos stink. Which I firmly disagree. If you keep them well-groomed and give them plenty of nutrition, most birds actually smell closer to tea. It seems you have some practicing to do as well. So much so that it's kind of fun to snurf the bird. Give it a little sniff. Don't call my dodo stinky. Go ahead, pick him up. Give him a sniff. Alright, so we can't take on the next series of quests until we're level 35, so I'll have to go queue in for some dungeons to be able to do that. So I'll meet you back here when I'm done. Okay, we've made it up to level 40, so let's continue on with our ninja quest. Killer combinations. Ren, why did I not even hear your footsteps as you approached? You are becoming more and more the shinobi with each day. Oboro has been waiting for your return. Please enter. Oh good, they don't require me to remember the password. I can just enter. I wonder if enough people got themselves locked out. Ah, Bren, it's clear from the manner in which you carry yourself that you've been most diligent in your training. But you're not the only one who has mastered the technique imparted to you. Behold, my Eorzean bow, perfect in balance and form. Now, it is time for your next lesson. Watch carefully my hands. With this mudra, the shinobi can summon the energies of the earth chi, in our tongue, etch its form into your mind, and I shall show you how to employ it in battle. We're not actually 100% done, we just gotta get our new technique. Your mind, something focus, blades. I really didn't get a chance to read that, I sort of like spaced out there, mid-reading. Once upon a time in Doma. Chi, or earth, makes the second mudra that you have learned. With this, you are ready to begin the next phase of your training. It is through the combination of mudra that you will find new techniques. The first technique I would impart on you is Raiton, lightning release. When heaven joins with earth, lightning will flash and thunder will roll. In other words, from the mudra 10 followed by chi, channel that energy forward and bolts of lightning will surge from your hands to strike your foe. As this is a more formidable technique than Fuma Shuriken you have wielded thus far, I have taken care to reinforce the Mokujun outside of the storehouse. Strike it with Raiton and I shall observe. Wait! Bird, you're traveling with the wrong dude. We made the training dummies into lightning rods. Form the mudra 10 followed by chi. Yeah. So I mostly have them set up in this form. So 10 followed by chi, and then lightning. But of course it uses one of each, so it's a little bit more powerful, I think. Very well. Now recall what I said during our first lesson. The techniques at your disposal are created not merely by which mudra you form, but also the order in which you combine them. When earth joins with heaven, the skies will rain fire and ash. In other words, from the Mudra Chi followed by 10, and channel those energies forward and searing hells will engulf your foes. But be forewarned, these techniques require considerable exertion of your spirit. After performing one, you will observe that some time is required before your mind settles and you are able to wield another. Now demonstrate Kadan for me on the Mokujun over there. Chi followed by 10. So if we do it backwards, Chi 10, we get Mokujin, which is an AoE fire spell. So the lightning is a single target attack, while the fire is a multi-target attack. Splendid! Your grasp on fundamental Mudra combinations is firm, but knowing the how of the technique is not only the beginning, you must also understand when to employ it. Chunin is our word for a shinobi who has attained full mastery of 2 Mudra techniques. In our tradition, when a student is deemed by his master to show such potential, they are led to a waterfall outside the village to conduct intense training. I cannot take you to Doma, of course, but my map tells me of a place in Upper Lanasi that should suffice, the Fool's Falls. The name is less than auspicious, but it will have to do. Meet me there, and we shall proceed. Yeah, I know the place. It's literally the falls where I did my Berserker training. It's actually going to be across the Lanasi area, so I kind of wonder if... No. Yeah, just head. Fly. We have bird, we can fly. Air chocobo. Here we go, it's this river. I think, kinda? I'm at the wrong end. I'm at the top of the falls. We need to be at the bottom. I think. Or not.
Honestly, this isn't even that big of a waterfall.
Oh, another fall up here. He did say upper. I guess I wasn't paying attention. I just heard Lanasi waterfall and I immediately thought of Curious Gorge. Yeah, let's just touch the lines. That immediately warps us to the next zone, regardless of how close we are to it. Oh, I guess there is one in here. I forgot about that. You have to be standing in the middle of death here. Duty calls. Commence battle once upon Doma. Until today, I knew this place only as the letters on a map. Gazing upon it with my own eyes, it is even more beautiful and powerful than I could have imagined. Yes, this will serve us well. My people do not worship your deities, 12. Our gods are all around us, in the trees, in the soil, in the crushing waters before you. Close your eyes and open your heart to the sound of the rushing falls, that you might purge your mind of all worldly thoughts and distractions. The techniques you have learned will serve you well in battle, but confuse the order of your mudra and you can easily turn a victory into defeat. It is imperative that you keep a single focus of mind. So it is that the masters have brought their students to the falls like this one for training since my ancestors' times. Yeah, if you mess it up, you're gonna summon like a little rabbit. Who is more foolish? The fool of Fu Falls, or the fool who comes here without realizing he's been followed? Karasu. Oh, here's a curious scene. The dim one is accompanied today not by a swallow, but a chirping horsebird who fancies themselves a shinobi. The dim one is displeased. This after our hero postponed 2 assassinations to make this little journey. Could his friends not greet him with a smile and some crumpets, or whatever it is Eorzeans take with their tea? The dim one ponders. How did our hero know to find him here? Yet the answer is plain as day. The dim one is a creature of habit and tradition. Where else would he bring his prized new pupil? Tradition! Our hero spits on its tired tradition. No, for he is a shinobi of a different feather, ever-changing, never predictable, but always, always in style. Those who cling too closely to tradition are bound to suffer the fate of their forebears, or are the lessons of the past too soon forgotten. Ready yourself. It appears that your training today will be of a more practical sort. Oh, but of course, all you had to do is act nicely. It would be my pleasure to be your teacher for the day. Your first lesson, little chick. Raitan's lightning will strike a single foe, while Katan's flames will raise many. Wield them wisely, or don't. It's only your life at stake. Oh, how generous is our hero, putting aside his killings and spyings to play mother hen to the horsebird chick. You will try to keep me entertained, won't you? Sir, he is a dodo, not a chocobo. I'm curious. I could potentially do this. And then it was down. Oops, not that. I have these all moved around. Yeah, say that is what causes the bunny. I only just recently organized these. Doggone it. So it's messing me up. Alas, I fear your teacher has better places to be, but we're not. Come back here. See, now it's for Mudra. Or you could just throw the shurikens like I do. Oboro, this isn't much of a lesson if you kill them for me, dude. There we go. Okay, now this is a better... Oh my god, why didn't it leap? I bet we're having latency issues today. Here we go. G. Thank you! I know what I'm doing, I swear. To be fair, we're having massive internet outages all throughout the country today. Like, the whole country. So I won't be surprised if my latency is all borked. Keep focusing your right hand, will strike him down. Pretty sure that's charging. Alright, this one was... that, yeah. Okay, the throwing knives was me, but... I kind of wish that Final Fantasy XIV had a feature similar to Genshin, which lets you actually see what your ping is while playing. That'd be nice. It's like I could see a little symbol up here, but like, oh, there we go. Setting 145, 18381. I hate that you have to hover over it. I can't tell what's good or bad for this. Is this good or bad? Obviously, bigger packages and stuff. You fought well. I, however, should have known to expect the traitor's attack. I was careless and put you in danger. It will not happen again. It appears the Karasu has taken an interest in you, and I fear this complicates the matter some. Let us return to the docks. There is much I would tell you. See, I bet as long as the numbers are low, it's fine. But the fact that there was a couple, like, big jumps in there probably tells me, yeah, my internet's going like crazy. Let's get in the dips and valleys. Stuck on it. Because I know how to do it, and my input should be okay, but I don't know. I don't know what that was about. Especially since I've been running dungeons in the background beforehand with, like, no issue whatsoever. I don't know. I would tell you a story of our past, a story of the traitor and why he must die at our hands. Growing up in the same village, I have known Karasu since we were both children. When we came of age, we began our training together under Master Gekkai. Gekkai, thank you. From a young age, it was clear that Karasu possessed an innate talent for our art that few could rival. I spared no time in my training, yet struggled to grasp techniques that he would master effortlessly. In his own way, he possesses a mind singularly devoid of wasteful thoughts, a mind seemingly unclouded by concepts such as right or wrong, good or evil. Despite this, deep down, I always thought of him as a brother. All that changed on a fateful day when Castle Doma fell to the Garleans. Someone had betrayed our homeland, sold our secrets to the enemy. Looking upon my friends as their bodies lay broken and bleeding, I saw a figure flee into the hills. It was Karasu. Were I younger, more naive, I might have pursued Karasu as he fled, in an attempt to reason with him, but it was clear that this man, this demon, was no longer one of us, if, indeed, he ever had been. Even Master Gekkai did not survive the slaughter. Did Karasu bear some grudge, or was it merely a student's ugly pride? For our master's fate was all the grisliest of all, his body mangled, his once proud face shattered beyond all recognition. I once held out hope. Hope that if I crossed blades with Karasu in battle, that I might understand something of what it was that made him do these horrible deeds. Yet each encounter only raises more questions. One thing is clear, however. Karasu could have killed us back at the Fool's Falls if he had seen fit, and yet chose not to. It was as if he was testing us, testing you. Needless to say, this does not change our mission. For his crimes against Doma, Karasu must pay with his life, and yet his thorough knowledge of us and our art has put Tsubami and I at a great disadvantage. He was testing me? Did I pass? I mean, I lived, but like, latency go burr. But you, Bren, your thoughts, your movements are still unfamiliar to him. Yeah, that's the server lag. Yes, your presence might just serve to break his focus and afford us an opening. Yet to accomplish this, you must become stronger still. Promise me that you will not let up in your training. Okay, that is it for the level 35 quest. We can now do the level 40 quest. Pirates versus ninjas, of course. Aurora believes the time has come to take your talents into the field. You've trained well since we last met. I heard not a cry from the door as you entered, nor a creak from the floorboards as you drew near. This much is clear. Neither waterfalls nor men of wood will serve to hone your senses further. No, a shinobi of your abilities receives his tutelage in the field. Consider this your first lesson in the art of assassination. I need not remind you who our target is. He is ever the elusive bird, and yet I have come across some information that I believe may avail us. Rumor has it that Captain Grimuil of the Bloody Executioners has narrowly evaded several attempts on his life in recent days. This is doubtless the work of Karasu and his men. None other are so bold or skilled as to even consider such an attack. Nothing short of death will cause a shinobi to forsake his mission. Karasu will strike again. The only questions are where and when. Answer these questions and it will be us paying him a surprise visit next time. Fortunately, I know of a man who might be able to give us what we seek. Captain Grimuil has a trusted lieutenant by the name of Wolfstan, a man who, if rumors are to be believed, is known to fancy a hot spring bath. I recall reading a famous bath resort not too far from here, but the name escapes me. Have you any idea where it may be? Yeah, Camp Bronze Lake, I think. It's either... I want to say Bronze Lake. I have it in my head. Oh yes, that does sound familiar, in Upper Lunasia. Off to the east, was it? Let's make our way there at once. Then they present me with a whole bunch of other names, and it's like, oh no. Yeah, from here I can just fly north. It's gonna be the first area above us anyways. But yeah, I have this all laid out, so it's a little bit easier to navigate. Do all my cheese and mudras, especially if I'm in a group, which I'm probably going to be, hence why the Death Blossom is right here. And I can easily switch back to single target and assassination skills. Speaking of, I might want to reorganize that a bit, but we'll see. some of these skills I might end up taking off entirely because they seem out of date. Hey, you're dressed like an Eorzean commoner. I had no idea that so many Eorzeans enjoyed public bathing. I would say it's a comforting sight, but in truth it makes me all the more nostalgic for the pleasures of my homeland. True, probably has hot springs. That said, seeing all these people milling about gives me cause for concern. Even with these disguises, it's only a matter of time before our foreign mannerisms raise eyebrows among the most observant types. Yes, best we stay out of sight until our man arrives. Let's keep watch from high up above until it's time to act. The time has come for me to impart you another technique, which we call the Shukuchi. You may think of it as compressing the physical space around you, allowing you to cross great distances in the blink of an eye. Go ahead, give it a try. Mine feels restfulness, I think. Is this going to be Kuching's feather warp thing? It's ready to proceed with the operation. Wait, I thought you said I needed to be up high. Can I, like... Whoa! Ground targeting mode. Move ring. Reset ring position. Can I really do the Kuching feather thing? Set ring. Okay. Can I, like... How do I... Woo! Yeah, I do. What do you know? It's a little cumbersome, but... It's ready to proceed with the operation. I trust that Shikuchi is now second nature to you. Very well, I shall wait you on the rooftop, but be warned, while the technique will allow you to cover great distances in the blink of an eye, it does not allow you to soar at will throughout the sky. The ledge at which Tsubame now stands is at level with the roof, and should provide a suitable starting point. That said, a shinobi is ever resourceful. If you would make your way to the rooftop by other means, that will serve just as well. Yeah, I have magic verb. I see, it wants me to go over there, using the technique. I'm gonna try it with that technique, though, as I light my tail on fire here. Just because I could probably totally make that jump without it. Oh, something else I haven't noticed is that maybe it only does it when I'm in combat? My jump changes when I'm a ninja, but for some reason right now it's not doing it. I see it in dungeons. Anyway. Whoa! That didn't go to plan. Overshot it. It said of similar height. The roof may seem quite far away, but use your Shunkichi technique from the edge, and you should be able to reach it with ease. Maybe it wanted me here first. It's, yeah, I don't even need the technique to reach it from here. I ninjutsu'd too hard. Blew myself off the roof completely. Oh, I made the roof jump, but I jumped over the roof. Nothing like a steaming bath and a bottle of fine wine and a couple of buxom wenches to ease what ails you, eh? As far as I'm concerned, Captain Grunwill can take his bloody time. Wolfstan. Very well. Now we've only to employ these bamboo breathing pipes, descend underwater, and... Oh, bro, I do not question that such methods have served us well in Doma, but might bamboo not arouse suspicion in these environs? Do you truly believe so? But underwater surveillance was always my area of expertise. I have an idea that I believe is well suited to both our target and the customs of the land. It'll require just a simple change of garb and a bottle or two of fine spirits. will require your assistance. As I see it, there's no way the man would refuse a drink from an alluring person like yourself. I mean, do you understand his preferences enough for that? Intriguing, and what, pray tell, will be my role in all of this? I was thinking that your talents might be best put to overseeing the operation. Yes, from up here, to ensure that nothing goes amiss, of course. I wonder if this changes depending on what your character is. I must prepare now. Meet me down below, out of sight, and I shall furnish you with the item that will serve to deliver the final blow, as it were. Fear not, I'll be standing watch here, ready to leap to your defense should either you or Tsubame come to harm. I mean, where even are they? I am wearing this properly? I am not accustomed to garb that is so revealing. Regardless, I will entrust this to you. Though it may appear to be a simple bottle of wine, I have made a few enhancements to the recipe. Off duty you know, a salty sea dog like Wolfstan is certain to be on his guard. I'll start him off with an untainted vintage. Once he's sufficiently in good spirits, that's your cue to step in with the stronger stuff. I suspect that once his mind is sufficiently addled, he'll gladly take a swig with minimum fuss. Now let's begin. Oh, just look, Wolfie, my darling. This person's a treat just for you. I am sure not. Fine wine and fine wenches. Now this is what I had in mind when I took up the pirate in life. Someone order a roofie? What's this? Come to battle your friend here for Wolfie's affections? Don't mind if I do. Someone fetch me a cup. Who needs a cup? Alternatively, if we want to get this done faster, I could just, you know, do this the old-fashioned way of smashing it over his head. Ah, this is the good stuff. A bit stronger than I recall it. Maybe I should take a rest. Oh, you must be so modest. Why, I heard that Wolfstan's 7 stomachs once drank a whale under the table. You betcher. Skivvies, I could, lass. My bleeding duties have kept me from the bottle for too long. I'm out of practice is all. Your duties? Why, that sounds so important and exciting. I'd do anything to hear more. Did you say anything? Well, maybe you heard of the Bloody Executioners, the nastiest bloody band of pirates, whatever, sailed the bleeding seas. I reckon our Captain Gremills sunk more Garlean vessels than any other pirate combined. And just who do you reckon keeps the captain safe from all the enemies he's made? Why, that'd be none other than his dear mate, Wolfstan. The navigator have mercy. Should you not return immediately to your captain? Surely he is not safe with his most loyal, capable man at his side. Under normal circumstances, you'd be right. But there's one particular place even I can't follow him. Aleport. The man is bloody particular about his grog. Says he can't concentrate unless he's on his own. Not that I'm complaining. It's the only time we get a day's rest. But don't worry your little heart none, lassie. Nobody knows the captain's whereabouts but me. And I sure as bloody hells ain't talking. Lassie, are you listening? That's curious. Just went in there a moment. I guess by stronger we didn't mean knock him out, just make him insane. Which way did she? Oof. What did you actually put in this thing? Pure ethanol? Oops. Wrong bar. That one was on me. Well, I must say that went even better than I expected. Let us share our findings with Aboro. My costume? I have stowed it away. Forever. With any luck, do European women have no sense of shame? Well, were you able to loosen the man's lips? I see. Captain Gremil is en route to Aleport, and alone at that. If I know Karasu, this knowledge has not escaped him. Doubtless he and his shadows already lie in wait. We haven't much time. Let's hurry to Ailport and ambush the ambushers. No, it's just for information. That's why. I thought we were gonna have to handle more than that. Okay, duty calls, enter. The sun sets and the port is cloaked in shadow. If there were a perfect time to strike. Hello? Game? You good? Speak of the devil. Look at how those men walk. Those are no ordinary deckhands. Those are Imperial shinobi, waiting to pounce upon and slit the throat of any who would stand between them and their prey. Karasu is too proud to entrust such a vital mission to his lackeys. He's here somewhere, of this I am certain. Bren, you move forward and search the docks. I will approach from the opposite direction. Tsubame, you secure the escape route. He will not elude us this time. Take care to stay well hidden from the eyes of Karasu's shadows, and yet I fear your task will be more complicated still. For it is not just men that serve Karasu, but creatures of the night. Creatures that see not with their eyes, but every fiber of their being. Aura, ma'am. Same. Give them a wide berth, or all shall be for naught. That should be all. Time is short. We move swiftly. Do I actually need to sneak again? Yeah, I do. Huh. Stay far away from the bats, though, basically, because they can basically hear you regardless. Damn it! That actually jump scared me. I wasn't far enough away. I was gonna say, that wasn't me. It's him using it! Come on. Slowed. Yeesh. Damn bats. I thought I was okay, but apparently, even if it's just looking at you, it can see you. Okay, it's coming up here, so let's hold still. It might actually be in my best interest to come at it from this way. Because I thought it was going to be based on sound, and then the bat picked right up on me, so... What the fuck? I wasn't even moving! Their vision range must be obscene. Because I deadass was not moving when he spotted me. And I was completely 90 degrees to his side. What's this? No, no, no. This is not how the story goes. I'm supposed to be the one who surprises you. The tables have turned today, Karasu. Now face your death like the man you once were. I must say, popularity really does have its downsides. Fine, if you're so eager to dig your own graves, here's your bloody shovel. Damn it, they were close enough. Oops, damn it. I should be able to... Nope. Sorry to run, I truly am, but there's something very important I need to be killing. Funny. When they use theirs, it like mentally messes me up. Should I only be focusing on him? That one was me, but... Boro, can you get him out of the danger puddle, please? I do realize there's more than one way out, actually. It's just that... my teammates kind of don't. Where is he? These are all night shadows. Where's the man of the hour? He escaped. Oh, the slippery bastard. We've come too close to abandon hope. Come, Tsubame. Let us return to the safety of the storehouse and take stock of our options. Greenwool lives. Failure of this sort does not become you, Karasu. Forgive me, Master. I had an unexpected reunion with some friends. Seems they had a mind to kill me. And just when I thought we were getting on so well. Your job is to give me answers, Karasu, not excuses. We can ill afford to let a few stray rats foil our plans. Should they return, kill them. This is your final warning. The next time you fail me will be your last. Does he have to say it like that? Fine, fine. Let it never be said that I'm not a loyal soldier. I think the majority of the ninja missions automatically take place at night, so it's gonna be a drastic shift occasionally when I pop in and out of story. Yeah, I don't know why ninja's messing me up so bad, or if it's even me to begin with. Like I said, it could also be having to do with latency. There's been a couple times, too, that I've just straight up gotten kicked out. And then the game won't even let me back in. Again, Karasu or lose our grasp. Will the day never come that we can return to our village in triumph? The internet's just plain gone out several times completely this week, too. Once more, the Bloody Crow has managed to foil our best-laid plans. It's as if he has skills burgeon with one... Oh my god, it's as if his skills burgeon with each encounter. But how could this be? Has he perfected some new training regimen since coming to Eorzea? But there's still no time to dwell on past mistakes. Since the times of my ancestors, failure is the only... One's duty is unacceptable for a shinobi. My mission will end in success. Karasu's death, or failure, my own. But all is not lost. Karasu is not the only one who has honed his skills. Fighting beside you back there, at times it felt as if we'd trained together since childhood. You have shown remarkable focus and aptitude for your art, but you must grow stronger still if we're to have any hope of triumph. Devote yourself to your training with the entirety of your body and mind, and Tsubame and I will do the same. I await your return. And there we go. With that, we're gonna have to wait a smidge before... That is a big shuriken. Before we can do the level 45 and then the final level 50 quest, which I think will see me in a slightly nicer outfit, because this one sucks. So, meet you there. Hopefully, if the internet holds out. Okay, I've made it to level 50, so I should be able to straight shot it all the way to the end, unless something else comes up. Tough guys. Bren, I look into your eyes today, and I see a mind unclouded by worldly cares. Yeah, that's the brain fog. The time has come. I would pass on to you the ancestral garb of the shinobi. Knowing that this day was close at hand, I have already made the necessary arrangements. When Karasu watching our every move, I cannot act freely, so I asked your friends with the Rogues Guild to send word to my village and arrange for the delivery of a set. Needless to say, this location must remain a secret. I have arranged for the goods to be delivered in secret to Deneville Checkpoint. A porter there will be expecting you. Tsubame and I must express our thanks to your Captain Jack. Be mindful in your travels. We eagerly await your return. Where am I going exactly? Technically, I have to leave this area. I'm trying to determine which would be fastest. Honestly, I could probably just come up like this. There should be a gate over here somewhere. Admittedly, since this is Saturday, I was going to stream today, but I haven't had the presence of mind all day to do it. I've genuinely had this program open for hours and have just been staring at it. I can't do it. Not this week. Expecting a shipment of goods, are ya? With all the commotion. Now that strikes me as right curious, on account of how scraggly fellow came not too long to claim them. They were actually yours, you say? Well, ain't that a bloody coincidence? See, the fellow I talked to said that someone was likely to come by, saying just that, and that if they did, he'd pay good coin for me to get them good and proper. Garlian Ninja. Yeah, the knives are not the relic weapon. I know they're glowing, but they're actually, I believe, from Ifrit's hard mode. They're level 50 weapons, but it's a rare drop instead of something I have to make. Have mercy. If I knew you were this strong, I would have never taken his money. And if I knew you were this incompetent, I would have put you out of your misery long ago. Well, if it isn't my favorite chirping little horse bird. Oh, come now, I'm not that scary, am I? I heard from a little bird in Doma of a shipment en route to Eorzea in secret. I surmised, I'm quite good at that, you see, that it might have something to do with you and your friends, and I just had to know it was inside. Lo and behold, what did I find but a shiny set of shinobi garb? Why did you not tell me it was your name day, little chick? I would have brought you something far more fitting, like a sack of gasol greens. No, I fear Brother Dim and Sister Swallow are mistaken. You are not quite ready for such an honor. But this is no fault of your own. After all, the student is only as good as their teacher. But today is your lucky day, little chick, for a true master has come to take you under his wing. 4 crates scattered to the winds, each containing one of the items you seek. 4 of my shadows guarding each piece with their lives. A test, one where failure will mean your death. Red Rooster Stead, Costa del Sol, Gigeroon's Trading Post, Camp Overlook. Claim that which you seek by your own hand, or die in the act. It is of little matter to me. If by some chance you survive, return here. You just might find a very special present awaits you. Now shoo, shoo I say. Honestly, what I'm wearing is pretty decent for shinobi garb, considering it's durable, yet flexible. It's dark. So it's good for stealth, like... Ironically, I think my shinobi garb is going to be a lot more flamboyant than what I'm currently wearing. Also, this is the outfit I considered maybe doing for Dragoon instead of whatever they gave me for Dragoon gear because... yeah. I feel like the Dragoon armor got the Regina George treatment. A section got cut out of it, and they tried to make it popular still. Here somewhere? There we go. Suspicious looking milkmaid. Pardon me, have you seen my edelgoats anywhere? Oh, it's you. Don't worry, this won't hurt much. One down. Boots. Should I start doing... oh no! The equipment I have is already better. The equipment I have is already better. Oh, that looks wrong. But I guess one piece at a time. Oops. Wrong category. Where am I going? Do I have to wear this? Maybe for now I'll just stick to what I'm wearing. Costa del Sol. Back up here? Oh, maybe it's sending me in an explicit pattern instead of letting me pick. Why do I always do that? Oh dear heavens, I must have fallen asleep while sunbathing. It's raining. It's a downpour. How can I ever thank you for rousing me from my slumber? Let's say I slit your throat and we can call it even, eh? I'm more curious how you do the dress sphere thing so quickly. It's always one thing when they take an outfit off that quickly. It's another when they put one on. You guys are better at this than theater kids. I think here I've had trouble mentally starting today because it's just been really noisy around here. It's also the full moon, and oh boy, does it feel like it. Some people just get weird around that time. I ain't running a charity here. Get your own rod and lure. What's with the dour face? Fish not biting today? Maybe they know you're already a dead person. I didn't realize if you inspected the crate first, they said something different. Okay, Camp Overlook. It's gonna be up north. Is this the level 45 quest or the level 40 quest? Feels like it should be 45. Maybe we'll just do battle for 45. But it's probably 40. Whatever possessed me to set up shop in this ungodly place, I'm like to drop dead from the fumes before I see a single gill in profit. Of course, if I bring your head back to Karasu, I'll be set for life. Yeah, I was gonna say, I heard somebody throw their shield. It was them. Alright, and gloves. To some sort of checkpoint and report in. We'll just warp in from Wineport and go down south. Always do that. I'm relieved to see you're safe. When you did not return, I feared the worst. Karasu did what? Forgive me, I never suspected he would target you on your own. It is clear now that his treachery knows no bounds. And yet it is curious. Again he chose to test you rather than dispatch you by his own hand. His intentions remain as inscrutable as ever. What's this? Is this my surprise? Getting wet and washed away in the rain? Karasu! Welcome back, Bren, and hello to you as well, Oboro. I left the present I promised you on your doorstep. Such a shame you weren't at home. The docks, Tsubame, Byakabu, Yome, we must hurry. Bren, I realize it's far too early in your training for this, but the situation is grim. Our only hope of surviving the battle ahead is for you to learn the Mudra Jin. This is the mudra that'll allow you to harness the energies of your fellow man. It's also the final mudra that I can teach you. And depending on how we combo them in the future, we'll get different techniques. Your mind finds passion, guiding your blades. The Hooten gauge indicates time remaining until the Hooten effect fades. You can view the job gauge description at any time from the Action Straight menu. Looks like a pinwheel. What is it? crow knows. You have learned a new Jin, the final mudra that I can impart to you. Combine it with the mudra you have already mastered and you will find 4 new ninjutsu techniques available to you. Time is short, so listen well. The first is Hyotan, Ice Release. From Tenjin or T-Jin, the energies you summon will be channeled into a glacial foe. Second is Hutan, Wind Release. From Jinchi Ten or Chi-Jin or Chi-Jin-Ten, the winds will gather and swirl around you. Third is Dotan, Earth Release. Form Tenjin Chai or Jin Ten Chai. Chai, Chi, I can't. Chai, Chi, whatever. The earth itself will move at your will.
It's Chi. Chai would be AI. It's Chi.
Finally, there's Suitan, Release of Water. From Tenchi Jin or Chi Tenchin, water will course and flow through you. Alright, here's an easy way to remember, courtesy of JoeCat. Only the final mojo in the sequence matters. It's what you end it with that determines what it's going to be. Water will course and flow through you. As for how the technique will avail you, I trust you will learn the field of battle. Now let us hurry. Tsubame is in danger. Just use a different combo of the correct amount of things, and you will eventually get what you want.
As for what each one is, do I remember? No, I do not.
That will be practice in my own time. Here's what the techniques are. I'm not going to tell you what they do. Well, great, then I guess I can't tell anybody else either. But I do already have them listed on the board. Basically, choose a combo of at least 3 different things, and whatever comes last in the sequence will determine what spell you cast. It's overly complicated for no reason. Shuriken, a battle was fought here. I hear no sounds from within. Tsubame must be here somewhere. Byakubu has lost his words from the shock. He can tell us nothing. Come, we must find Tsubame, and quickly.
Is he though?
I don't think that's from shock. I think he got punched in the throat. Tsubame. It is but a flesh wound. Oboro, look out, really. Really? 'Tis but a flesh wound. Come now, little swallows, say that it hurts, you were scared. Tell the dim one how I took great pains to see that you were fully awake for every moment of agony and terror. Karasu, this time you've gone too far. Yes, yes, those are the eyes I wanted to see. Let the anger, the hatred burn away any spot of doubt that remains in your heart. The fire in your eyes, resolve born from the all-consuming flames of rage and passion. The look in your eyes that day when you looked on as your friends, your countrymen were massacred, powerless to end the slaughter. Be silent! Be silent! Be silent! Tsubame, stand back. I shall slice this crow's tongue, then tear him limb from limb with my bare hands. Ah, such pure, unadulterated malice. Finally, you're an adversary worthy of my blade. The true shinobi, ever calm, dutiful to his master, presence of mind. Yes, the first few times we met, you fought with all the passion of a Mokujin. Today you stand before me as a man. You wanted a battle, and today you shall have one. No retreat, no reprieve. The defeated shall die like a dog, and the victor's tale will continue for another day. Okay, we're going multi-hit, apparently. Okay, let's... theirs messes mine up because in my head I feel like... I'll just go with the basic techniques I have now because I don't know what the other ones are. I kind of want to play around with them before I mess it up. Go. At least one down. Oh, it's his bat. That's why. Medium cert. Oh, it's summoning! Maybe I need to keep the bats off of Orboro. Oh, I can get rid of it. That makes it a little... Your mind is nothing but noise, Oboro. Purge your heart of all anger and all hatred. Destroy that circle. I'm working on it. Now that I know it's here. It didn't appear till now. They're all here. I wonder if I go... Like, what is this one? Oh, it casts my own circle! Interesting. Then I wonder... I was considering maybe an AoE, so maybe if I do it this way, will this be a single target big one? I don't know. I don't know what it did, actually. It was a whirlwind. I don't know what the whirlwind does. I thought maybe it would be like a big single target. Karasu Redbeak, in the name of our elders, I take your life as divine retribution for your crimes. Your blood-stained beak will feast on the innocent no more. Does he truly believe those words? Oh yes, this beak is stained with blood, this I do not deny. But I am not the leader of this murderous flock. I tire of your riddles, Redbeak. Give me one reason why I should not separate your head from your shoulders. Oh dear, what a pickle I find myself in. How am I to put this in terms even the dim one can understand? I am not the traitor you seek. He is not I, and I am not he. You believe I was the only one who fled Doma? Are you sure? Absolutely certain. Did you see the bodies, the faces of all your brothers who fell that day? Think, think, think. I know it's not a strength of yours, but surely you remember. One body maimed so badly, only the possessions could identify the man. And the face, could it even be called a face? Naught but shattered bone and shredded flesh remained where once had been the proud features of... You lie. One more word. One more twisted, deceitful word, Redbeak, and I will... Oh, Oboro. Poor, sweet, stupid Oboro. How long will you continue to deceive yourself? You lie, Redbeak, as you always have. Did betraying our homeland not sate your search for... to sate your thirst for treachery? That now you must drag our master's name through the mud? Answer me this, then. If you were not the traitor, then why did you flee the village that day? How often have I asked myself the same? Oh, how simpler things would have been had I been as naive as you. But the circumstances of Master Gekkai's death did not sit well with me. I left the village looking for answers and found something far more interesting. Our master himself, alive and well. In an instant his hand was at my mouth, his blade at my neck. A simple choice he gave me. Follow him and live, refuse and die. I would like to say I weighed my decision heavily, but the answer really was quite clear. Death is so final after all, while life Even a life spent as an Imperial spy holds so many opportunities. What's the matter, dim one? Do you still find my tale so hard to swallow? Oh, believe you will. Redemption means little to a dead man. You are going to kill me, yes? This is your mission after all. Sworn in the sight of elders, tradition and custom, so on and so forth. Candle keep key. When the time is right, he will come, and all will be revealed. I just thought I'd tell the one who's shown themselves capable of listening to reason. The lights grow dim, the sun turns black in the sky. Our hero fought bravely even, but his chapter in this grand memory has come to a close. Summoning his last breaths, our hero speaks. Don't do the cliff thing again. How many times? Just promise me this, Saboro. Whatever your mission, should you fail, don't go off dying. I know how fond you are of tradition, but this is a new era, and we are not our ancestors. Besides, such an end wouldn't become a solemn youth like yourself. So live, and leave the dying to those who can do it in style. Yes, I may not have been the hero I thought I was, nor the villain you would have me be, but from beginning to end, I was myself, and there is nothing I would rather be. Farewell, cruel world, and good bloody riddance. Wait, Karasu! I feel like there's been a character in every single... Alright, his was a little different. In every single job quest that has jumped off a cliff. Or fell off a cliff. What can this all mean? That he's crazy? Was crazy? I'd have heard of people keeping cyanide stored that way, but fireworks? Not so much. Karasu is dead. Our mission complete. Yet you will forgive me if I am unsure how to feel about this turn of events. I'm not so sure he's dead until I see the squishy bits all over the place. In any event, there's nothing more to be done here. Tsubame is wounded. Let us bring her home. You guys are ninja and good at disappearing unless I see evidence of pieces that can be put back together. I'm not 100% certain he's gone. When we last met, I was not myself. Pray forgive me. Master Oboro waits inside. The mission that brought me to Eorze is complete. Once Tsubame's wounds heal, we will have no reason to sojourn further in these lands. And yet, if Karasu spoke true, no, it simply cannot be. Okay, that was the level 45 one, which makes this the last one. Master and student. Bren, your return pleases me. I feared I might miss the chance to bid you a proper farewell. Yes, we will be taking our leave from your realm. My mission is complete, and Tsubame's wounds have all but healed. Tradition dictates that we return to the elders to deliver tidings of our success. Redbeak's last words? I will not lie. At first they weighed heavily on my mind. But in the end, I am a shinobi. I come to this land to perform a role, not out of curiosity or spite. Mayhap Master Gakkai still lives, maybe not. It's no longer my concern. Karasu is dead, and with his passing, it is time to close the curtain on this chapter of our lives. Before I leave, I would ask one favor of you. There is a place I would visit before we depart to your realm. I would go alone to gather my thoughts. Could you pray look after Tsubame while I'm away? Her condition is much improved, but I would not take any chances. Thank you, Bren. You're off to see your master is what you're doing. Your concern is most touching, but I'm quite fine. In fact, it would appear To seem the injuries I suffered were not nearly as grave as they appeared to be on first glance. It would appear that Karasu meant more to fan the flames of Oboro's ire than to cause true harm. Speaking of Oboro, have you seen him about? It's not like him to disappear in the midst of our preparations for departure. Alone with his thoughts, you say? Where do you suppose he might have gone? Shit. Where has he traveled? Oh, it won't let me exit out. It just says, oh yeah, once fulfilled. I know he's probably going to see his master, but do you think... I know where? I'll say maybe the falls. The place where you two practiced? Yes. He always had a fondness for waterfalls. Yes, that must be it. Oboro has not been himself of late. Perhaps I worry too much, but I could never forgive myself if something were to befall him. You will go look for me, will you? I seek not to change his heart, but if his heart is truly made up, I will only wish to know his true feelings, that I might support him in whatever humble way I can. Maybe none of those were the correct answer. The Fool's Falls. Oh no, if I picked wrong... will he be alive? Oh, I may have messed this up. I didn't pay enough attention to where the shipment would be. It's probably Bronze Lake. Well, maybe not. Did I guess correctly? Did it matter? What are you doing here? I took you for someone of your word. Tsubame sent you, didn't she? It looks like I was the fool for thinking I could fool the two of you who knew me so well. Ever since that day, this is the only place in the world where I can find a moment of respite from the turmoil that rages within me. And yet the instant the sound of the crashing waters fade from earshot, it all comes flooding back. You have proven yourself a true friend to us, and a worthy shinobi in your own right. Answer this for me. For what? For whom do you wield your blade? For myself, for power, for those around me. For reasons alone I shall know. Honestly, kind of myself. A clear, unwavering answer of you. Yes, why fight if not for that which you believe is unquestionably right? I speak in earnest to you. Our battle with Karasu, his dying words, they left me a changed man, and I can no longer deny what I have become. For so many years I questioned nothing. Tradition, custom, my mission. I was a shinobi, a blade, and a blade does not think. I shut off the doubts, the emotions that threatened to rise to the surface, and told myself that this was true presence of mind. I lie to myself no longer. I'm confronting Karasu. In confronting Karasu, I confronted myself. Looking upon Tsubame, lying battered and beaten like my countrymen so many years ago, I felt a single, all-consuming desire to visit retribution upon those who wronged us, and to do so by my own hand. I've made the decision. I shall go and face the truth, for it is only in doing so that my heart will ever know true peace. I will go alone, and I will hear no more of it. You and Tsubame have sacrificed and suffered more than enough. The battle that awaits is mine and mine alone. If it is Mr. Gekkai I find at the end of my journey, then so be it. One or both of us will die. It matters not. Either way, my mind will be at rest. You have been a true friend and ally. Farewell. Oboro. Honestly, I wish there was a way to make this game brighter. I literally have the brightness turned all the way up, and it's still this dark. I hope that's something that gets added in the graphics patch. Because so often, like, I feel like myself, like I'm squinting to see things. Forgive me, Bren. It was as if my legs moved of their own accord. It's just as I imagined. Oboro means to confront Mr. Gekkai, even if it cost him his life. He has made his decision, and I will not stand in his way. But neither will he stand in the way of mine. Whatever Oboro fights, I will be beside him. If it's not too much to ask, will you lend your strength to us this one final time? You have proven yourself a true shinobi, and your blade, unfettered by tradition or convention, may just be what turns the tide of battle to us in our favor. Oboro did not say where he was headed, but we already know, don't we? Karasu's last words. Candlekeep Key. There we go. Let us see what the guards there might tell us. Okay, not sure, like I said, if I did it correctly or just got lucky. Any unusual happenings as of late? Not as such, save for a small private vessel scheduled to dock tomorrow at the crack of dawn. Other than that, it's all pretty quiet around these parts, as it's wont to be. Funny thing, though, you're not the first one to ask that question. Milkmaid, a fairly comely one at that, came by not minutes ago asking the very same question. Is that so? The milkmaid is one of Oboro's favorite costumes. As we might suspect, he's one step ahead of us. Oh, it was him in drag. If we could rendezvous with him somehow, it would give us the advantage in numbers, and yet the risk of exposing ourselves to foe is too great. We should observe from the shadows until Mr. Gekkai reveals himself. I will take up a position in the western shoreline. You will take the high ground to keep watch from the promontory over there. Between the two of us, that should cover the entire key. Probably up here. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of disappointing with the job gear that's not for tank being worse than what you get in the dungeons. It's kind of weird too. It'd be one thing if I was getting better gear from like level 50 plus dungeons, that would make more sense, but the fact that I'm getting better gear from level 40 dungeons, I don't know, that doesn't sit perfect with me. It means that the job gear I'm getting for this is like bare minimum. And it's also more for aesthetics than it is for functionality. Oops, sounds like someone died. Who goes there? Show yourself. I know a rat when I smell one. I trust I'm speaking with the Garlean Empire's Chief of Espionage and Covert Operations. None other. But you can call me Master if you like, young one, for old time's sake. You're full of surprises these days, young one. The Oboro I knew would have been on the ship back at Doma once Karasu caught his last caw. You look sturdier than I remember, if a bit gaunt in the cheeks. Are you getting enough rest? You always worked a bit too hard for your own good. All of those years it was you who taught me the way of the shinobi. You, who I loved as a father. Why, master? Why else? For a village, of course. I simply made the choice that any true shinobi would make. Don't tell me you require a history lesson, young one. Since the time of our ancestors, the shinobi have served many masters. For many years, I served Doma. Then when the time was right, I chose a more powerful master. Fortunately for me, and for our village, my services were in high demand. Have you ever wondered why, Oboro? Why, when the Doman rebellion was crushed by the Empire, was our village alone spared Garlemald's wrath? It was because of my actions. I protected us where the entire nation of Doma could not. Okay, so I'm curious if Garlemald has conquered a huge chunk of the Far East then. Protected? You betrayed us all. The people of Doma trusted us. Because, I don't feel like this is too much of a spoiler to point out, Eorzea is not the only continent that it's going to be in this game. Do you know how many Domans died that day? We swore our lives to protect them, and you sold them into slaughter. Do you feel nothing? Not even a twinge of remorse at the massacre you brought on your countrymen? So yeah, I've spent a lot of time, like, running around in this area zone for A Realm Reborn, but once other patches are installed, then, we'll start being able to go to new places. Countrymen, what is Doma to me when weighted against the ancient and glorious history of my fellow shinobi? History is littered with the husks of fragile men who gave their worthless lives to bring glory to their betters. I hoped against hope that Karasu was wrong, so the story was not but the twisted tales of a sad fool. But no, I was the fool. Master, no, Gekkai, for you are no master of mine. In the name of the souls and the untold thousands whose blood is on your hands, I declare your life forfeit. Revenge, is it? Revenge for foot soldiers and peasants? Is that what this is all about? That's why you lingered here like a festering boil after your allotted mission was complete? Forsaking your role for some selfish flight of fancy will not earn you many friends back home, Oboro, nor here. The more time I spend in Garlemald, the more I realize that the Empire quite suits me. There's something to be said for a culture that values merciless strength above all. I've won over quite a few loyal subordinates. Also, they have these inventions called showers. Hot showers. Poor little one. All of your lofty words, and here you stand alone. You are alone because you are weak. He has no subordinates, this is true. This isn't an army, after all. Guessing that's Tsubame. Yeah. But Oboro has something that you will never have. Comrades who believe in him and the ideals for which he fights. I mean, that's not entirely untrue of Gekkai either. It's just, you know, anime context. Gotta go do its thing. Tsubame, how did you... She's a ninja too, dude. Not just me, Oboro. Bren too has come to fight at your side. Comrades. You would choose the company of a glorified sellsword over the master who made you what you are? Oh, how far my pupils have fallen. You are the one who has fallen, Gekkai. Bren fights with the sense of honor and purpose that you have long forgotten. And I am where right now? Ah, thank you. Thank you for clarifying. Don't worry, I do these jumps all the time. Just don't look at my HP. Bren, I cannot begin to express my gratitude. My friends, my comrades, I'm honored to fight at your side. Let us show these false master what true strength is. Okay, duty has begun. Stick with ones I know are good. Probably take them out one at a time. one down. Then we can all focus on Gekkai the Blind. Is he, though? Oh my gosh, he doesn't stop. Oh dear. It's ice. Oh, so this is the single target one. If only I remembered what it was. This. So maybe what kind it's gonna be is based off of the first. No, it wouldn't be. This technique, it cannot be. Well, it's based off the final one, it has to be. I was gonna say, because you can switch them up. Ah! Never mind, I was being dumb. Only the final mojo in the secret sequence matters! Interesting. There, did I do it? Did I learn my ninja techniques and pass my tuning exam? Tsubame, excuse me. I got Oboro and Tsubame mixed up. Tsubame, Bren, thank you. It just through your belief in me that I was finally able to believe in myself. Believe in me that believes in you. And Karasu, you had a hand in bringing this chapter to a close. You may be gone, but you're not forgotten. Aw, that almost sounds like a eulogy. It almost makes me wish I were actually dead. I know it. There's no way. This guy seems to enjoy his antics too much. Karasu, you still live? But how? Well, when it comes to playing dead, I did learn from the best, you know. I see, but why vanish only to return? Oh, just an undelivered present. Is that my shirt? This is the fifth and final piece of Bren's traditional garb. Let it never be said I didn't complete my missions, even if it's just playing delivery boy. Wait, Karasu, the elders who named you traitor to our village, they were simply blind to the truth, as was I. If I explain, they'll surely see reason. Please, let us return home, together. What is this now? Now that wasn't in the script. How soon we forget Oboro. I was not the traitor, no, but I did follow him. That makes me just as much of a traitor, at least in their eyes. Perhaps so. At the same time, you risked your life for what you believed in. We're not so different, you and I. The sentiment is most touching, but my answer remains no. The village was always a bit too cramped for me. I prefer to spread my wings on a grander stage. The honorable deeds of my present do not erase the terrible crimes of my past. I was a spy and assassin. Quite a good one, I might add. And for all of the blood Gekkai has on his hands, mine are nearly as red. In the Elder's mind, you had one mission, Oboro. Why complicate the matter? Giving up your ninja hood? Bring this back and tell the others what they want to hear. The traitor Karasu Redbeak is no more, slain at your hand. You'll be welcomed as a hero, while my fate will be even grander. I will at long be free. If that is how you would have it, Karasu, then so it shall be. But this I promise you. Slowly but surely, our village will change. And I will take what I have learned and build a village that honors all of our fallen. A village you could be proud to call home. Just don't get too cocky now, or I'll have to come back and put you and your whole village in its place. I look forward to that day. Let us meet again on the battlefield, and pit our ideas against each other's as we did that day. Alright, now what? Back at the dock storehouse. Alright. I'll probably go there first, just because it is nighttime, and it'll give us a better chance to preview the outfit, too. Even if it's immediately going to be out of date. Every time. Welcome back. Let's head in. Yeah, they have indoor lighting. So there we go, we can actually check out what we get. Is there no headpiece? Oh wait, there is, but maybe I don't get it until I talk to him. Like, I don't get the final piece, I mean. It's strange, Bren. All this time I believed I was instructing you in the way of the shinobi, and yet now that all is done, I feel I should be the one to call you teacher. Thanks to you, I finally achieved true clarity and presence of mind. My blade is stronger for it, and more important still, I now understand what I am truly fighting for. Body or mind, by any measure, you are every bit my equal as a shinobi, save for one final technique which I'll now impart to you. Kasatsu. Use it to rearrange the energies channeled into your body, and unleash powerful ninjutsu techniques one after the next. But be warned, in our tongue it means quite literally life and death. Which one it means for you will depend entirely on your presence of mind. And with this, I believe we have both satisfied the respective sides of our initial agreement. We will return to our village, which means I must bid you farewell. I guess it's Cross who's going to be giving us our Heavensward mission? Though perhaps not this day. I would see my home change for the better, and introduce new ways of thinking to complement the old. But before I can, there is still much I must learn about this land. Oh, never mind. And so I will go on ahead. I will report to our elders the success of Oboro's mission, and inform him that he will return as soon as he recuperates from the wounds he sustained in battle. With the soul crystal that Karasu gave us, no one will doubt the success of our mission. It's a flawless plan, if I do say so myself. Yes, how fortunate we were that I thought of it. Never change, Oboro. Promise me that. And with that, Bren, it seems it is that I who will bid you farewell. You've been a true friend, and my heart waits for the day when we shall meet again. I'm still bowing to them like I'm like they're royalty instead of the correct bow. But you will learn to give Oboro lessons from time to time, yes. I'm not convinced that his bows are as masterful as he seems. His bows are as masterful as he seems to think. Actually, I think it's mine that are off. But anyway, we get the Koga Garb Coffer, which is just another set. The Ninja Chainmail, which I'm thinking is probably going to look more like hers. More like Tsubame's, which I'm not a fan of. Again, the boob window. I really wish I could get more masculine sets, regardless of actual character gender. Like, I wish you could wear feminine sets as a masculine character and masculine sets as a feminine character. Really wish more gender-neutral options were a thing in the RPG world, but hey. Kasatsu. Let's see. We'll see what it does in a second. Because, like, the standard Dragoon armor looks really good. So does the standard ninja armor. And then the female version just looks not as good. Or in the case of Dragoon, bad. This concludes the ninja quest for Final Fantasy XIV and Reborn. In order to undertake the next series of quests, you must first meet the following requirements. You must have completed the main series of quests, and then you can take the next quest from Oboro. Okay. Against the ninja, complete. Okay, let's take a look at it. Like I said, these are from Ifrit hard mode. There is a random chance of getting it, and of course you have to pitch your lot for it like every other dungeon. Let's start with head. Okay, actual ninja face. Can we put the visor up? I don't think we can. Yeah, we can't adjust the visor. Body. Where is it? Oh, it's here. I couldn't find it. Yeah, it's got the freaking boob window. I want this one. Here we go. Here is the full ninja armor set. Like I said, it's not bad. Although, like, this, especially depending on what your skin color is going to contrast so bad. I want this one. I want this one. This one is the nice looking one. Why can't I have this one? Literally everything else about the outfit is the same. It wouldn't be difficult to reportion the outfit sets. Same with the pants. I kind of like his pants better. I can do with these pants, technically, I think. It's got a little bit of 2B butt going on. But anyway, that is it for Ninja. And with that, this is where I'm gonna call it. So please like and subscribe if you want to see more Final Fantasy XIV content in the future. And I hope to see you all in future videos. Please make more universal clothing sets, please. Bye-bye.